To better understand the benefits of using CSS, we also need to understand it a little bit better. And the cascade part of style sheets is where we need to start. There are three basic parts to using CSS. We can have an inline style. So around a particular tag, like a paragraph tag, we could put, for the P, we would have P space, we could actually start typing style equals and actually put our color or our font or whatever we want inside of that particular style. The problem with inline styling is specifically around that individual piece, and if I wanted to change that later on, I would have to go and open that page again to be able to change it. The next part is embedded styling. Remember when we went to File, New, and we opened, so let's just do that again so we can talk about that one more time. So File and New, and we have our starter pages. Over on the right-hand column, it said Add to Head. Now this would be adding it to my head tags. And again, the problem with this is that it is on that specific page and not on a multitude of pages. I'm just going to go ahead and cancel. So for this particular page that I happen to have up, which is my liquid sidebar that we used in the last lesson, I can already see that I already have a style sheet attached to it. So I have a 2-column liquid right header.css style sheet. Now this is an external style sheet. We saw in our source code, I'm going to go ahead and click back on my source code to take a look at that here I have on line 6 a link that is linking to that specific style sheet. The benefit of using an external style sheet is that I can style a 1,000-page website in just one place. Now, I might end up having many more style sheets than just this one style. For instance, I can have a style sheet that's also for print or for mobile or for even presentation style, but let's concentrate on the external style at the moment. So, for instance, I can have a paragraph. If I style my paragraph in my style sheet, then when the client comes back later and says that they would like that particular paragraph style to be maybe the font be a little smaller or a little bigger or even a different font entirely, then we have just one place that we can go to make those changes at. So working with a 1,000-page website is really as simple as making sure that I understand where the styles are at and targeting those particular styles in my style sheet to make it easier for me to work with 1,000 pages. But even if you have a small site, making sure that you have an external style in place that you can change easily will make your life a lot simpler. There's another part to the cascade that we don't normally even think about. Now the cascade actually starts at the browser and the end user. So for instance, within our style sheets, let's say that we have a heading applied. If I'm looking at the page on my screen, I see instructions. And instructions has a style applied to it. So if I click on it, I see that it's a heading 1. So let's say that we have 3 different things of our styles, so we understand the cascade a little bit better. If I have this heading 1 in green, let's say in our external style, if it's in red embedded style, and if it's blue in our inline style, then our inline style takes precedence over our embedded and our external style. If I don't have something styled inline, then anything that I have styled embedded takes over what is styled in an external style. And then my external style is last. So if I want to override a particular element on my page in CSS, I can use either embedded or inline, and that will override something very specific. But again, you wouldn't want to use that very often because you have to come back to that particular page to change the style, which is why external styles are used most often. So we need to understand our rules just a little bit better first. So let's take a look at that.